Hello and welcome to my channel, Pola Accent Maker, your professional accent coach. Today, I'd like to present to you a little bit more of American accent features combined with the British pronunciation equivalents. The topic of today's film is highly important to all of you getting online every single day and using all the treasures the 21st century offers us. No matter if you are a blogger, vlogger or YouTuber, you should find it extremely important. So let's get started. So our key expression of today is this one. Do you know how to pronounce it correctly? It is not social media, social media, social media. No, it is pronounced in a very simple way. Social media. Social media. And in a British accent, in a very similar way, social media. So what happens here? Firstly, you don't pronounce the first syllable like so, but you round it, so. And then there is no yod or a. You don't say social, but social, so the ending is pretty quick and reduced. Whereas in the second word, we pronounce a long E. Media, not a, not media, media. And now imagine a sentence. Social media are so great. And in British accent, social media are so great. Our second word for today is this one. It's such an extremely popular word, however so widely mispronounced, mostly because the majority of people stress the incorrect syllable, and as a result they say internet or internet. No, we stress the very first syllable, internet, or even in American accent, internet, internet. Very often in American accent, whenever we have N and T placed together, we tend to skip T and we leave exclusively N. That's why very often you might hear internet. An illogical situation is with interview, interaction, or international. Whereas in British accents, we don't do it and we pronounce N and T in a very clear and selective way. That's why we say internet, interview, interaction, and international. And now let's take a look at the sentence. Using internet helps me make international interactions. Or in British accents, using internet helps me make international interactions. Our third word for today seems to be banal and trivial, and this is this one. Striking majority of foreigners pronounce this word like post, because this is most probably how they would pronounce it in their mother tongue. Polish people, who I usually cooperate with, tend to pronounce this word like post because in Polish we tend to say ten post do tamtego posta. In English you need to round it. It's O like globe. And yes, again, I'm talking a lot about rounding, but it's extremely important. You need to realize that if in your mother tongue you don't have to round syllables, then most probably you'll have to do it quite often in English. Not always, but very often. So it is post in American English and slightly more open post in British version of accent. Let's take a look at our example. I haven't seen his latest post. Or in British accent, I haven't seen his latest post. Our next word is, how should we pronounce it? Comment, 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 comment. And this is an example of a word where we don't round it. We don't say comment, no. We say comment in American accent with a comment, or simply comment, comment. with short O and British accent. So if it is a noun, we tend to say a comment or a comment. Please leave a comment on my Facebook fan page. Or in British accent, please leave a comment on my Facebook fan page. If this word is a verb, then we have two options. In American accent, nothing changes and we still say comment to comment. Whereas in British English, we can say, again, to comment, but we can also stress the second syllable and say to comment. Let's take a look at our example. I don't want to comment on that. Or in British accent, I don't want to comment on that. Or I don't want to comment on that. And now I'd like to go with you through the names of the most popular social media platforms. How to pronounce this one. This is not LinkedIn or LinkedIn, it's LinkedIn. LinkedIn. How about this one? It is not Twitter or Twitter. This is Twitter. In American accent, it's Twitter. Even though the posts from this platform are called tweets with long E, tweets, but the platform itself isn't called Twitter, but Twitter with short E and strong American T, Twitter. Whereas in British accents, we pronounce it like Twitter with soft British T and possible glottal stop, Twitter. Our next one from this set is this one. And it is not Instagram or Instagram, it is Instagram. Instagram. So you stress the first syllable and you don't reduce the ending. Instagram, or in British accent, Instagram. And the last one for today is this one. In how to pronounce it, YouTube, YouTube, or maybe YouTube. There seem to be so many variants. Which one is the correct one? In American accent, we pronounce it like YouTube. So we say to, exactly like in words tune, tuna, tube, or student. So we simply pronounce to, YouTube. Although it might happen that some Americans might insert a teeny tiny yod there, and as a result you might hear something like YouTube. Or they can even palatalize it and you will hear YouTube, which is actually a typical British pronunciation. Because in British accents, we tend to palatalize T and we pronounce the word like tube, YouTube, tuna, student. Predominantly, this is the most popular casual British pronunciation because the former one, the RP, is slightly different, more like YouTube, tuna, but this is a separate discussion. Okay, so just to sum up, in American accent it's YouTube, and in British accent it's YouTube. So let's take a look at our example. This student created a stupid YouTube channel. In British accent, the students created a stupid YouTube channel. And that's it when it comes to our social media lesson. You've learned how to pronounce correctly. Social media, or social media, internet, or internet. Post, or post. Comment, or comment. LinkedIn, LinkedIn. Twitter, Twitter. Instagram, Instagram. YouTube, YouTube.
if you enjoyed this film, please make sure that you've subscribed to my YouTube channel and follow me on my social media profiles. Hope to see you again soon. Ciao!